Whoa, baby, let's go. Yes, sir, there, folks. Welcome on back to the Rlcs Midwest Minute. We got a great day for you here today. Gonna be recapping up day 2, so let's get these headlines moving real quick ones. How about it? Alright, going on first, we had the lower round 2 matches. We had Gen G taking on Limitless. Gen G did sweep Limitless here, but Limitless did look pretty good. They held Gen G for a little bit, but then the floodgates opened and Gen G went on and smacked them. Now going on to Oxygen Gladiators. The first game was an OT nail-biter with a minute 32 seconds of overtime. Now that's a lot closer than you would hope if you're Oxygen taking on the APAC seed. Now, not anything against APAC, but they're a little bit worse than most regions, so yeah. And then we had Team Secret taking on Quick Trip Pioneers. I said yesterday this is a match to look out for, and oh boy, howdy, yes sir, it was. There was 3 overtimes totaling over, what is that, 6-7 minutes? Crepes all Fridays. And Team Secret, they won 3-2. And yeah, proving once and for all the Sam number 2 is the better of the number 2 of the minor regions. Now, they were really close games, except for the last one where Team Secret finally got that shooting in them, and they were finally to break open that Quick Trip Pioneers defense, so good on them. Then we had SSG taking on Oxygen, and yes sir, boys, that's how we do it over here in Wisconsin, Chicago. Oh wait, he's from Illinois. Crepes all Fridays. Anyways, all of them were 1-goal games, but SSG, they progressively shot more and more. 1-0, 2-1, and then 3-2. In that last game, number 3, SSG did sweep. Close games again, but they were able to get the win over Oxygen, so they go to 1-1. Now heading on to the higher round 2 matches. This was the next set of 4 that took place. G2 taking on Power. That was such a close series, such a fun series to watch. Also, if you were watching it, it was, you know, but if you weren't watching it, oh, you missed out. You gotta go back and watch that one. That was a heck of a series. Power took a game. They took game number 3 and they took game number 2 to overtime with over a minute, almost a minute, I should say. But G2, they held on just long enough, and then they beat Power 3-1. Then Falcons took on BDS. Game number 1, and it looked a little bit in favor of BDS, but then Falcons, they started playing better, and they came back and won 3-1 with that Spaceman sweep, winning game number 4, 7-2. Cripes all Fridays, that's a big number. Okay, but let's keep these headlines moving real quick. Once Furia taking on Carmine Core. Everybody on the desk picked Carmine Core. The coin picked Carmine Core. The chat picked Carmine Core. But guess who won? Oh, you already know because I'm saying this. Furia won, obviously. 3-1. Good job to them. Couple close games, but all of them were 1-goal games, actually. But Furia was the better of the 2 teams. They take down Carmine Core, and now we were guaranteed 4 different regions in the top 4. And then our final match of the day was Gentlemates taking on Vitality. Mates, they started off with that first game, then Vitality fought back, so they brought it to 2-1 match point for Vitality, but then Gentlemates, they came back in it. They won game number 2 by 2 goals, and then game number 3 on Champions Field. The second time we've seen it this land, it was a 4-minute overtime, but Gentlemates just barely snuck out against Vitality. They had an open net shot to end overtime too. So if you're Vitality, that's a horrible, crushing way to lose, but Gentlemates, they did win, and they move on to the 2-0 round, higher round 3, taking place tomorrow. I don't remember which one is going to be first. I believe it's going to be the 2-0 matches that go first, so we're going to rush through these, say my predictions, and then we'll move on real quick ones. So, Falcons taking on Furia is the first matchup of the day. I think Falcons are to win. I'm going to say 3-1 on that one. That way, I do believe in Furia. They can take a game against the Falcons, but I do think Falcons will start to heat up again and conform to the Furia playstyle and mold Furia back into their own little half, and they're just going to crush them like they did with BDS yesterday. So then we had G2. We have G2 taking on Gentlemates, I should say. I think this is going to be a game 5. I'm going to say right now, I think we're going to Game 5. I think G2 is going to be the one to take that, though. So we're going to keep moving real quick once. Carmine Corps taking on Team Secret. I do think Carmine Corps is going to win. I'm going to say 3-1 in favor of them. I do think Team Secret will be able to take one of them, but I do think Carmine Corps will have that French ice in them. And moving right along now, Oxygen versus Power. I'm going to go with a little bit of a curveball here. I'm going to say Power is going to win this one 3-1. I think Oxygen, they are pretty good, but they looked a little shaky against Gaming Gladiators, so it can never be too certain. But I do think Power is going to win 3-1 on that one. They are looking so good. They're OCE1. They're finally starting to step up. They're playing like they can compete, and they're going to be super fun to watch this entire LAN. So keep an eye on them as they continue to play through Swiss here. Now, BDS Gen G, I think BDS are just going to sweep Gen G trio. I don't think, because Gen G aren't on their last lives yet, they're not playing up to their best potential, so I do think that BDS are just going to sweep them straight up. And then we have SSG, yes sir, taking on Vitality. Now, SSG, they didn't have the biggest test in OG, and they, depending on how you want to look at it, they barely beat them, but David did sweep them nonetheless, and they're taking on Vitality. In my opinion, a much tougher test than Carmine Corps. So, you know what? This is my predictions. This is my channel. I do what I want. We're going SSG 3-1, and yes, 3-1. Vitality is only going to get one game on SSG, but then taking place, the last matchups tomorrow are the higher round 4 matches. I don't have those in my hands right now. I will be posting them on the Twitters of what I think of the matches as they, show up and are actually going to be played. But I don't have that information right now because they haven't played round 3 yet, so there's no round 4 setups. But that is going to be all for me for the Rlcs Midwest Minutes. Later on today, I'm going to be going on to the C9 OG watch parties, so if you're going to be there and you're at the LAN, come stop by, say hi. I'll most likely be wearing my SSG hat. Ooh, actually, no, I don't think so. I think I'm going to go give it to the Moe. I think that Moe luck is going to show out once again for SSG. But yeah, that's all. Tell your folks I says hi, and of course, watch out for deer.